and welcome to Empress Moon Tarot 777. My name is Ocean Moonflower, and I'm very happy to have you here at my channel today. Today we are talking about the full moon. Oh, the full moon that is also known as the wolf moon for January 2025. It is a full moon in the sign of Cancer at 23 degrees 59. It occurs at 1726, aka 5:26 in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, I typically utilize New York. New York is kind of like the central point for astrological data and charting when I'm looking at the East Coast. So this particular full moon, the energy of it will last for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And since we have a full moon, whenever we have a full moon, we're going to take tarot here in a minute, tarot and oracle cards. Whenever we have a full moon, the energy can bring a sense of tension. It can bring a sense of passion in some area of your life, because the full moon often fuels passion in some area of your life. But we have kind of a difficult astrological transit right now, and the moon is conjunct Mars retrograde. Mars retrograde during the next 2 weeks could bring up some suppressed emotions, some suppressed anger, resentment, jealousy, things from the past that were never dealt with that you are going to be forced to have to face and to move through. You also may find yourself quite restless, maybe feeling like you just can't quite connect with those around you, especially those in your family, those your close relationships. They're going to be highlighted over the next couple of weeks. You may also find that this particular energy inspires you to fight for some sort of cause, fight for some sort of justice in some way. So we may see some heightened energy around you. You may discover that people who are normally kind of low key may be acting a little bit frustrated, a little bit annoyed. And these are interpersonal relationships that you're going to have to navigate over the next couple weeks. It will be incredibly heightened today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I would expect the next 3 days of full moon energy to be the most intense, but this could last for 2 weeks. Now, when we have full moons come about to bring about an ending of a situation, an ending of a thought process, an ending of some sort of cycle. In order for you to heal that and move forward, it's a great time for extending forgiveness to those who might not deserve it, or to yourself if you've allowed something in your life. So it's a really good time for that. But we have a difficult energy the next 2 weeks. So don't be surprised if you find yourself getting frustrated, or maybe getting frustrated because you can't seem to find work-life balance. That could come into play as well, because you are under the energy of Capricorn in the 10th house. Capricorn rules the 10th house. And the 10th house is career and career reputation, things of that nature. And then Cancer, the full moon in Cancer, is over home and family in the 4th house. So you may see yourself, because of an opposition between the Sun and Mars, you may see yourself in a place where you're struggling to find that sense of balance between work and home life. Or you may be feeling like you're not getting what you need in the workplace for the home, or for the home, with regards to your career, things of that nature. So these are some energies that are going to be a little bit difficult for you. We do have a trine with, I believe Mars is trine. Let me just double check on that. Yes, Mars is trine Neptune, and the moon is sextile Uranus. So Uranus is the planet of freedom and rebellion. The moon often is associated with our emotions, with what's going on in our deep inner core, our deep inner feelings, our deep inner thoughts. And when we have the energy of Uranus, you may be thinking outside the box. You may be, looking at things from a new perspective. And you may actually find a unique solution to dealing with these interpersonal relationships or with the struggles between finding balance with work and home. Something that will make you feel a sense of joy, a sense of, fulfillment, a sense of drive and passion towards some aspect of the future. Now, with Mars being trine Neptune, there's a strong possibility that whatever you may be dealing with now could be leading you towards your destiny or your journey in life that you're heading towards, that is up ahead, but maybe there's just some things you've got to deal with, and now you're being faced to deal with them when you don't want to. So there's some things that are going to come up that you're going to have to kind of process and move through. But those two energies, Uranus sextile the moon, and Mars and Neptune in trine, will kind of tone down a little bit of this heavy energy that we have with the full moon in Cancer. So be prepared for that. Anytime you have Mars energy and you need to settle the energy down, it's very favorable to get involved in sports, get involved in the gym, do any kind of exercise. Even sex can be favorable because it is exercise in a way. All of those things can help to release the tension of this Mars moon conjunction. So keep that in mind. Okay. So let's first start out. I'd like to start out with our lights. This is a Lightworkers Starseed deck, and it speaks of fears, things that need to be handled. So let's see if there's a consistent theme for the collective. Fred, I ask that you please be with me, guide me, and direct me on these intuitive cards. Give me strong intuitive knowing. All right. What do we have for the collective with regards, especially those that are starseeds, with regards to things that may need to be worked through during this full moon cycle? What have you got for my starseeds especially, but for the collective, please? Ooh, okay. Wow. This is huge. Self-hatred and authenticity. Somebody has been beating themselves up over the fact that they don't feel like they can be themselves. This could be that they don't feel like they can be themselves since we are talking about full moon in Cancer and we are looking at, family, home, close relationships. It could be that somebody feels like they cannot be themselves with their family. This could be where, you may be placing a sense of burden towards yourself because you feel like you shouldn't be a certain way or you shouldn't act a certain way. There's some aspect here where you are holding yourself in some sort of condemnation regarding either traditional values or something associated with the family where they don't seem to appreciate and understand who you are, or at least you feel that way. It's a fear that you are, because we're talking about fears, right? It's a fear that you're not accepted for who you are. And so over these next 2 weeks, there will be some of you that need to work on releasing this negative self-talk, incredible negative self-talk, and recognizing that who you are authentically is wonderful and unique in its own way. I mean, here's where we have that the moon sextile Uranus, right? Uranus, freedom and rebellion, kind of feeling like an outcast, right? You have that energy of sort of feeling like you're an outcast, you're not seen in the same light as everybody else. Well, the moon is saying, tap into those emotions. Let's heal this energy of self-hatred and recognize that you are authentically wonderful, no matter how you are, right? Everybody is uniquely themselves. And this is finding acceptance for yourself regarding some sort of trait or some sort of character quirk that you may find to be distasteful, or you feel like your family finds it distasteful. But it makes you who you are. It makes you wonderful. It makes you amazing. It gives you a sense of creativity or a sense of drive or a sense of passion or a sense of intellectual pursuit, whatever it may be in your case, right? Being authentic, being real draws the people in your life who are meant to be on your journey. It's when you hide who you truly are and you hide that aspect of yourself that you cannot draw those people in that are meant to be on your journey, because those people won't see you for who you truly are. And so if you're going to be calling in some people on your journey for 2025, now's the time to learn to accept yourself for all your traits, those that you find to be distasteful and those that you adore, and recognize that all aspects of you should be adored because it makes you uniquely you. All right, so that's for somebody, some people. Ooh. Okay, ooh, we got another one. Boy, they decided to give us some doozies for this one, right? Healing sexual dysfunction. That's interesting because, I mean, we have Mars here, right? And Mars can have to do with sexual energy. So with the full moon also can have to do with that kind of energy as well. So having, dysfunction in this particular area, whatever that may mean to you, there's going to be a need over the next 2 weeks of healing that particular thing. I mean, perhaps it's, a need to get, checked out by a physician, or, a need to look a little bit deeper into what might be creating that sort of thing. Is it mind over matter? Is it actual physical ailment? What is the case here, and finding a way to heal that. So these are some doozies that they brought up for these two weeks. All right, those are for whomever needs them. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at the Moonology Oracle, and we're going to see what kind of energy we got coming through for this full moon in Cancer 2-week cycle. Please, Spirit. Okay, I don't know why, but is this a song from The Lion King? I think. It seems like my video is flashing on my computer. If it's flashing in the video, I'll deal with it during editing, but sorry about that if you've seen it. The song that's going through my head right now, I think it's from The Lion King. It's just, I hear like whatever that, like to do, and then all I'm hearing is in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I don't know who that's for, what it's referring to. Do you have somebody with a strong Leo placement that's just kind of like trying to hunker down through all of life's difficulties and trials? Maybe you've got a Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. All right, let's see what we've got. Hold on. Moonology. Hold your vision. Hold your vision is coming up. It says fixed moon. Hold your vision. It also says immediately underneath that a win-win outcome is forecast. So if you have been kind of losing faith in a particular area of your life, or a particular direction that you may have been pursuing or you may have been heading towards, these two cards are encouraging you that during the next 2 weeks, no matter what comes up, because you may be dealing with some difficulties, as we saw, right? No matter what comes up, you're saying, hold your vision. Don't lose the vision of the future. Don't lose the vision of the present either, because you may have a vision of for the future, but with something you're working on now. And they're saying, don't lose focus. Don't allow yourself to be swept up in this Mars-Moon conjunction. Don't allow yourself to be swept up in other people's drama, other people's anger, other people's resentment, other people's jealousy. Don't allow yourself to react. Instead, hold your vision and know that a win-win outcome is forecast. So win-win means it'll be a win for those that are struggling and a win for those that are expecting good future movement. Oh, wow. These are giving me chills. Interesting. Emotions are running high. We definitely are going to see that. With the Mars-Moon conjunction over the next couple weeks, emotions are going to be high. If you are dealing with people today, that are having quick knee-jerk reactions to things, or are perceiving things in a way that's causing them anger and frustration, or you see them kind of getting swept up by the energy, try not to get involved in those heightened energetic shifts, because they are not for your good. Next thing it says is take time to breathe and release. So when this comes up, these people or somebody around you is going to be feeling this sense of really intense energy. And when it comes up, the cards are saying, take a moment to breathe, take a moment to release it. Do not allow yourself to accept the energy that they're putting out. Don't allow it to become part of you. Instead, imagine yourself covered in this golden shell that protects you and rebounds that energy right back to them. Take a deep breath. Imagine that golden shell hardening around you, preventing it from coming towards you, and just remain focused. Remain focused on you and your future. Now, your dreams, they're saying your dreams, you need to go back and create a new plan. It says they need a practical plan. This is Taurus energy. You need Taurus energy in your life to make these dreams happen. A practical plan with small, actionable steps that allow you to hold on to your vision, but that also allow you to take brief, tiny steps every single day, every single week towards making that dream a reality. Now, we did see that there is this energy of you needing to maintain focus. And the reason being is because they are saying, with the following 3 cards, they are saying, number 1, the end of a cycle is coming up very soon. So an end of a difficult cycle is approaching. Full moons bring endings. This particular full moon may be bringing an end to a difficult cycle for you. Not only that, but it says you're very close to achieving your goal. Very, very close to achieving your goal. If you lose sight now, you may regret it, because you are so close to achieving your goal. Do not lose focus. We have the energy is gaining momentum. So if you've been putting little minor steps in, little tiny itty bitty steps towards your goal, you've been taking those actionable steps towards making it a reality, and you've been going through a tough time and you feel like there's no end in sight, the energy is gaining momentum to bring you closer to achieving that goal. But you have to believe it's coming. It's coming. An end of a tough cycle is coming. This full moon is bringing it for you. But don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the difficult energy of the full moon, all right? All right, let's take tarot. Tarot. You know I love tarot. Just a shout out to I believe it's Alexander Nemo. Let me double check his name. I want to make sure I've got his name correct. And he has a YouTube channel that he started, and if you want to check it out, I'll put a link down below. Yep, Alexander Nemo. I happened to be out and about this weekend, and went into a crystal shop that I have not gone into in a few years because one of the girls in there went a little bit crazy because they felt that the universe had brought me into the shop. So at any rate, I haven't been back there since. And so I was in there this weekend, and I walked by, and he had some tarot cards out in front of him. And I looked down, and I was like, oh, he's reading with the Toth deck. That impressed me a great deal. And so I was like, not just anybody can read with the Toth deck. It's a tough deck to connect to. And a lot of people get frightened by it because it's the Aleister Crowley created deck. And so, you know, Aleister Crowley has kind of like some negative aspects that people tend to attach themselves to. They don't think about some of the some other aspects. So I mean, here's this tarot reader with the Toth deck on the table, and I'm thinking that reader can read tarot. Because back in 1993, when I was learning how to read tarot, I had a Toth deck, so I was very fascinated with Aleister Crowley. And I also had a Rider-Waite deck because everybody said, okay, you know, the one you're supposed to learn on is the Rider-Waite deck, which I actually I'm in agreement and yet in disagreement about that. You know, tomorrow there'll be a video on the top 5 decks that I believe would be good for beginners to learn on. And we'll cover it also in my tarot classes. So, you know, you don't have to worry about remembering it. But at any rate, so he was using the Toth deck, and I thought, I'm going to get a reading from him because he knows his tarot. Apparently, he also has been reading for 30 years. So, you know, that was pretty cool. So he must have started about the same time I did, with the same deck I did, which was kind of cool. And he's a Scorpio. You guys know that that I think very highly of Scorpios, so that was kind of cool to discover. But he did a great job on the reading. Some very thought-provoking things, and check him out. All right, full moon in Cancer, please. The Cavalier de Bâton. All right, so far we've got the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands. I will show them to you here in just a minute. All right, I know there is at least 1 or 2 of you on this channel who have a strong connection to the Wizard of Oz in terms of it being a sign. And they're showing me the Wicked Witch of the West when all the monkeys were flying around. This is just before they got rid of the Wicked Witch of the West. So for those of you that are dealing with that, let me hop over to that message very, very quickly, and then we'll get to the full moon message. Those of you that have a strong connection to the Wizard of Oz, as far as a sign, okay? There is some news coming. It's not here yet. It's kind of outside of your reach at the moment. The Page of Swords. Keep putting these on the wrong side. Sorry about that, my loves. Page of Swords, Page of Coins, 4 of Coins. There has been some news recently that with that whole, you know, Wicked Witch of the West and the monkeys kind of vision that they've been showing me. There seems to be some news associated with health or money, specifically health or money. With the Death card here as well. I feel like that's coming to an end. A lot of negative communication surrounding health and money, and they're specifically related to somebody's heart. I'm not a doctor. If you need medical advice, please go see a doctor, especially if you're dealing with heart issues, see a cardiologist. However, what I'm seeing that somebody's been dealing with a lot of negative news, maybe family related, because they are showing me the Four of Wands here with that as well. There is good news coming. However, it's not here yet. It's like there's good news on the horizon that all of the monkeys on your shoulder are going to be dealt with. So all of the negative self-talk, all of the thoughts, all of the difficulties, all of the struggles, all of the constant chatter, shall we say, that seems to be going on up here as a result of this recent negative news is going to be lifted. And the news that is coming in, I feel, is going to be much better than you expect. It's not only going to be much better than you expect, it's going to bring a huge reprieve and a welcome relief, and is going to bring about a sense of the ability for you to tap into your emotional makeup that you've been dealing with over this situation. And you're going to be able to find a sense of relief and a sense of balance and a sense of uplifted energy coming towards you. So I do feel some positive news is coming your way very, very rapidly. This may have been a situation that you've been dealing with for, it could have been for the last 4 years. When we look at coins, that's years. The Four of Coins is also specifically associated with the time of Capricorn. The dates on that, it would be Capricorn 3rd Decan. So that would be this week. I would expect that there would be some sort of news coming this week that is going to bring a sense of relief and a feeling like all of the hardships and the difficulties may be over. And so for at least one of you or a few of you that have been dealing with some heavy energies, know that they're about to come to an end. Now, got some fiery energy going on over here. I'm not surprised by that with the Moon-Mars conjunction. Whoa, the cards are just suddenly going cray-cray. Let's see. Okay, let me stop right there. All right. Overall energy for you is the Emperor. The Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is saying it's time to take control of a particular aspect of your life. Bear with me while I get all these cards out. All right, we've got a lot going on here. And it's good positive energy. Just know we have some difficult energy. Where you're going to with this full moon of Cancer is fantastic. I love it. I'll show you that. I'll show you the outcome in a minute. But when we get that card of the Emperor is kind of a take charge sort of energy, right? The Emperor is also ruled by the planet Mars. The Emperor card is. And since we have that Moon Mars conjunction, I feel like there's going to be a stronger focus on that Moon Mars conjunction for all of you than the fact that the full moon is dealing with, lovely energies with regards to connecting with family. We do see finding balance. That is showing very, very strongly here. I've got 2 6s showing balance regarding this energy as well. But the Mars energy is showing that and especially with it being in retrograde, that you're having to return back to a difficult time in order to resolve that difficult time. So you could be returning back to a difficult time in your mind and saying, okay, I need to release the stress, the strain, the worries, the fears associated with that particular situation, that particular time. Or you could be revisiting it as a result of there could be a legal matter that's coming up for one of you. There is also this focus on an ending of a very difficult time of physical struggle. So you may have been dealing with a lot of fatigue, a lot of tiredness, a lot of delays or burdens associated with your physical being, right? Your health, your routines associated with that, your nutrition, your gym time, your things of that nature. So any delays you have been experiencing are being released. So I see delays being released with regards to your physical countenance. It may be that you start putting more time and energy into, a new routine, and that new routine helps to lift the stress away, helps to lift the burdens, helps to remove the delay that you've been dealing with, and allows you to start feeling a sense of excitement and passion about moving forward in this direction, about making some changes in your life to bring about a more positive feeling on a physical level. And so we see those delays are going to be shifting and coming to an end. But the Emperor makes a plan, right? The Emperor makes a plan. What were you told? You were told to make a plan, that your goals needed a practical plan, is what the Moonology deck said. And then here we have our dear Emperor saying, okay, sitting back going, okay, well, what do we do about this? Now, I see you're going to release the burdens that have been in your mind for quite some time. You might just be getting tired of thinking about difficult things or thinking about struggles. If you've been kind of in this self-imposed hermit mode, I feel like you're coming out of that. You're coming out of your shell. You're deciding to re-engage socially with people, deciding to, get out of the house more, get out a little bit more and experience life. Justice and the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is very much an energy of release. It's releasing negative thoughts and worries. And in this particular deck, the swords are not coming with her. So I feel that the full moon is going to encourage many of you to leave some thoughts of feeling, they're specifically saying persecution. So any kind of thoughts of unfairness, or that you haven't been treated right, or that you haven't been treated fairly in some aspect of your life, any thoughts associated with that, you're being guided to step away from those thoughts and just move forward, to release whatever it is that you have been feeling this sense of restriction from. It's time to release that energy, let it go, and move forward. So you may be forced to have to heal some old wounds over the next 2 weeks. We'll get to the most significant energy here in just a minute. But we have the Fool in the reverse, 6 of Coins, and 6 of Cups. Something appears to have been holding you back from, moving forward in some direction. The Fool is often taking that leap of faith without, sometimes recklessly, taking a leap of faith. But just saying, you're going to go for it regardless of what may come. But when the Fool's kind of hindered from making that step, or the Fool chooses to stop from going in that particular direction, it can be fear-based, or it can be associated with something else. And we see here with this 5 of Cups, there's a sense of a lost hope. And the 6 of Coins is about reciprocity. It's possible that you've lost hope in moving towards your dream or moving towards a direction because of difficulties that have come your way, or because of this sense of feeling that, it's just not possible. And what did we see in the Moonology deck? We saw in the Moonology deck not to lose faith and hope, because the end of a difficult and tough period is coming, but you don't see it yet. You don't quite see it yet, and it's hard to hold on to that hope when difficult things are happening. So here we have this energy where we see a need for you to just choose to go forward in some particular area of your life, but you're holding yourself back with the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is often an energy where love exists, or happiness exists, or joy is around the corner, but yet you don't see it because you're too focused on the spilled milk, the difficulties, the trials. And so we see this as a self-imposed prevention for you moving forward, a self-imposed blockade, roadblock, self-sabotage. So you need to be aware of self-sabotage with regards to your dreams, because we saw that strong focus on the Moonology card of following your dreams, right? Now, the most intense energy that we have here, the energy involves our King of Wands. He's our King of Action. I love our King of Wands. He's action oriented. He's when he sees something he wants, he goes for it. But he doesn't just go for it without thought, because once again, here's this really intense, strong energy. This is somebody who's great at networking. This is the entrepreneur. This is the creative fellow. This is the guy that's got the passion to be able to turn his dreams into reality. He's fantastic. And that's the overall energy that you have leading through these 2 weeks, with the help of some Emperor leadership. So we have passion, drive, leadership, strategy, strategic thinking, delegation. We have beautiful energy here. It's not going to be easy, though. It will not be easy. The 10 of Wands, lots of stress. You could be moving, could be traveling with the 10 of Wands. Sometimes that card comes up when there's moving or traveling. And our Knight of Wands is the knight that takes the action, right? So here we have the messenger of creativity that brings the action forward, that kind of drives things, in a particular direction. And yet we also have the High Priestess. So things that aren't quite visible to you, you might have to trust your gut instinct and say, okay, this is the direction I need to move in. This is what I need to do. This is the energy that I need to take. And with Mars and the Moon in this conjunction, you may not trust your intuition. You may not trust it at all. I mean, here we have her in the middle of this fiery energy. So we see this Mars fiery energy surrounding the High Priestess, which is very much in tune with the Moon and her intuition. And so we see that there's going to be a little bit of a struggle of wills here, because you're not going to trust your gut. It may be wrong. You may find that it is wrong. And so you could have to go back to the drawing board, restart, but it involves you taking action, not sitting back waiting for things to happen, but taking action to produce some sort of result towards your dreams, towards your hopes, towards positive new movement. Now, what you don't see coming, because we have the High Priestess, our secret keeper. In the outcome, we have the Moon. The Moon can also be a little bit of a secret keeper. Heightened emotions. Something hidden from view. And what is hidden from your view right now? The new beginning up ahead. The Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is fantastic. There is going to be a new development for you. There is something fresh on the horizon, but you can't see it yet. You might feel it if you're strongly intuitive, but you can't quite see it. And so we have this as our outcome, something that's going to make you very emotionally charged, either extremely happy or feeling a sense of excitement is coming your way. And with the Ace of Coins, although coins often represent money, this can be in any area of your life when we have the Ace of Coins. This could be the new job up ahead. This could just very simply be the foretelling of the fact that the new moon in Aquarius coming up at the end of the month is about to bring you something amazing, provided you go through and you do that healing that we were talking about, and that you take those actionable steps like we were talking about. Perhaps if you're looking for a new job, take the actionable step to update your resume, update your CV, start applying for jobs, start searching for jobs. That's just an example. But you have to take the actionable steps. You've got to heal whatever sort of wounds and trauma come up over the next 2 weeks, because you need to make room for this new thing that's coming. And the only way to make room is to clear something out. So let's clear out the debris, the unhealthy debris, the unhealthy difficulties. Let's clear out the negative energy and allow some good positive movement forward. All right, my lovelies, that's what I have for you for the new moon in Cancer. I hope that you have an absolutely amazing, amazing 2 weeks. And I will see you later today for Manifest Monday, where we are going to be going over affirmations to bring in miracles and blessings in your life. And tomorrow, Tarot Tuesday, we will be discussing my top 5 decks that I would choose for you if you are a beginner in learning how to read tarot. So super excited about all this stuff. If you need a reading from me, you know where to find it, over on oceanmoonflower.com. Right there. My link tree is down below also. So if you want to get all those links to all the blog posts, all that stuff, that's available there. Any events that are coming up will also be on oceanmoonflower.com. And until later, mahalo nui loa, love and light. Kiss, kiss from Ocean. Mwah. And I'll see you later.